Yo, what's good with you? Back in black with another Enlisted video. If you guys are new to the channel and you love shooting games just like me, make sure you aim for that like button and shoot that subscribe button as well. It'll help you find better teammates and it'll improve your skill-based matchmaking. Today what I got for you guys is a quick little Enlisted news update video. I know it's kind of early in the morning, but essentially I just wanted to get this out before I had to go to work, and I kind of wanted to get the let out and just be ahead of everybody else as far as providing this in a video format. But Enlisted tweeted out a couple of times this morning, and essentially I just want to cover a couple of fixes and improvements that they implemented into the game, and they have a new event coming as well as the what is this called? It is called the High Caliber Update, which I don't really know why they called it that. It's not like they necessarily did anything to the weapons. It's more so that they added customization to more campaigns in Enlisted, which is a great thing because it's been a long time coming, and I was a little disappointed by it only being in Stalingrad for the most part. I kind of wish they would have just released it for everybody, all the campaigns at the same time, but nevertheless, a step in the right direction is a good step to take in the, generally speaking. So let's get into the news. So when the enemy is reinforcing a point, I guess you could say super effectively, and the only way you can really break them down is by calling in a bombing run or artillery. And whenever you would go to do that, for some odd reason, it seems like your team, which is great, because they would rush the objective, but it seems like the artillery would kill the enemy and kill them at the same time. And for a while, I kind of just chalked it up to being collateral damage, and I was like, oh, I guess that's just how war works, and I guess they're just making it realistic, and that's what we have to deal with. But it turns out that was actually a bug, and that has now been corrected. So to all you people who like to spam artillery but don't want to kill your friends, I guess artillery is a lot more spammable now, and you don't have to worry about the collateral damage that came with it. Along with that, they also added the fourth button to basically add somebody to your squad back. Not the hugest deal to me because for the most part I play solo, but if any of you guys would like to play together, add me up. I'm on PS5 Black Guy YouTube. It's right there in the name. We can get some games running. So it's great that they added a fourth person back to the squad. Well, I mean, it's been there, but basically you have the ability to add 4 people to your squad again, whereas before you could only have 2, if I'm not mistaken. They changed the grenade model for the Mark II to the Mills grenade for the Allies in the Battle of Tunisia. So basically a more authentic grenade is being used for the British, which is good because I see a lot of reused assets between the Americans and the British, which makes sense. But in the same respect, the Soviets had the Lend-Lease program with the Americans, and you don't see nearly as much crossover between their arsenal and the Russian arsenal. So I don't know. I'm happy they're trying to differentiate between the grenade models, make the game look more realistic overall, so that's always a plus in my book. Next thing we have coming up, like I said, we have some extended player customization coming to the game, which I think it might not be the most flashiest thing that people are used to, especially people of a younger demographic, but coming from somebody who has high appreciation for World War II or old time wars in general, I really like that they are trying to make the game as aesthetically pleasing and customizable as possible for a World War II shooter, because one of the main knocks that people have against these kind of games is that there is a lack of customizability, or really good looking like uniforms or gun camos or whatever, which for better or for worse, everybody has their own side of the coin that they like to be on. I personally don't mind a nice looking shiny camo on my MP40, but I'm a person who comes from Call of Duty. In the same respect, I play Battlefield 2, so I necessarily don't mind a super gritty, realistic game that has very minimalistic, like either no camos or either actual realistic camos that you would find in World War II. So as long as they're trying to make the game have more aesthetic appeal, I necessarily do not have any type of issue with that. And again, you know, one of the main knocks for World War II games is the lack of ability to customize your soldiers or guns or how people look or how people to help people stand out. Basically, everybody doesn't want to feel the same, even though that's kind of how people were back in the day in World War II. So I don't really see the disconnect there, but again, it is a video game, so not everything has to be to the T realistic all the time. And one of the things I like about Enlisted is that they try to strike that very, very fine balance between either being too realistic or being too arcadey. They're in a very, very nice spot in the middle, and that's one of the things that I really appreciate about this game, trying to make World War II as fun as possible, because it's one of those genres that don't really, you know, appeal to the mass market anymore like they did back in the early 2000s. So, you know, neither here nor there. I'm kind of going off on a tangent, but basically you can create your own style. Let us remind you that the customization mechanic allows you to choose a different uniform and headgear for each of your soldiers, whether they are infantrymen, tanker, or pilots. Choose from dozens of historical sets or combined pieces of clothing. Of course, these things aren't going to be free. You thought they were that generous. I mean, they are kind of generous sometimes, but neither here nor there. The customization can be purchased for gold or for orders for appearance to change. That can be obtained in events or in the battle pass. So I mean, I guess it is kind of free. You know, if you're really good, you level up, do your battle pass, you get some uniform change orders, and you can just do it that way instead of spending money. But of course, spending money is always the easy way and the alternative to anything in life, so take that for what you will. Last thing you guys need to be aware of is a new event coming to the Pacific campaign on December 6th. It is called the Sea Predator event. The brutal bunches of enlisted best balanced events have made its way to the Pacific. Enjoy the best weapons and squads of the newest campaign. Earn regular battle point rewards. Climb the leaderboards and earn some special rewards too. Win the Sea Predator nose art for the aircraft, unique portraits, and a nickname decorator. This is going on from, if I'm not mistaken, 9 a.m. Eastern time on December 6th to, let's see, December 12th at 1 a.m. is what the conversion is if you are on the Eastern Coast like I am. Rewards, like I said, they get you some nose art for your airplanes. I mean, airplanes are kind of mid in the Pacific campaign. I rarely ever see anybody use them, so you know, a little disappointing. It seems like aircraft are kind of an afterthought in this game now, whereas before they were super overpowered. They need to bring it back a little bit. I don't know, for some odd reason, it's like one day I'll just get on and airplanes are like super hard to control, and then like 3 months ago airplanes were like super easy to fly and I could bomb people super easily. So I don't know what's going on with that, and I don't know why they keep changing the controls and like not saying anything, but neither here nor there. Aside from the Predator nose art, you can get another name decorator. It's just some, it look like dolphins. I don't even, are these dolphins? I don't know what this is. Neither here nor there. For the top 10% of the players in the event, you get a super cool raged out soldier portrait. I mean, they're giving out a lot of portraits now. I really appreciate that. Before they were like so hard to come by, and the only way you could get them is to buy them. But yeah, that's good. That's good. And other than that, we have some more reward sets. For every 2,500, 5,000, and 7,500 battle points, you will get an order for weapons, soldiers, and appearance. And you'll get an order for a unique Sea Predator sticker. I mean, it's a sticker, it's whatever. Special features. This event will have predetermined squads. In each battle in this event, you will play for it'll choose your nation at random. So basically you don't get to choose anything. You just queue up for the event, and it just places you with whatever nation, and it'll give you whatever squad is in that said nation. So it's kind of random, and you basically just gotta rely on your gun skill and resourcefulness with whatever weapons you are provided with. And there is also going to be some punishment for deserters, which I think is a really neat feature, because I'm tired of people quitting games, especially if they get their ass bust. Like, first of all, learn the game, learn how to be good at it instead of just quitting. I mean, if you have to go somewhere, or if it's a real life issue, yeah, I understand, but generally speaking, we want to deter people from quitting the game. So there's a ranking system in the competitive events in which deserters get a penalty to their ranking. You can find out more about the principle of the rating calculation in the in-game hints when you hover over the cursor and the rating icon in the player table. So if you want to learn about that, basically they'll give you the tooltips in the game. Nothing really explained in the article, which is kind of weird, but you know, neither here nor there. Maybe they're working out the kinks, but that's pretty much it for the updates. They just posted a bunch of times today, early this morning. Wanted to get that out before I went to work, and we'll see how that plays out a little later, because you know, gotta go to work, and then I'll come back and I'll play some more. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the little news update in the video, the gameplay. If you learned something new, or you know, just enjoyed yourself generally speaking, make sure you aim for that like button, shoot that subscribe button as well. Black Guy YouTube is all my handles, all my social medias. Well, not all my social medias, but neither here nor there. Hope you guys have a lovely day, and Black Guy out.